Welcome back, Bloodsuckers, to more Blood Omen. And today I've got with me both the game's librarian and guild.
Well met.
And now we are beginning our journey towards Vorador's place. I believe we were told by the Oracle that we needed to go see Vorador. But honestly, I can't remember that conversation because it's been a week since we did that video.
Wonder what that Arcana card was.
No.
Oh well.
Yeah, this is another transition video. We will pick up some powers, but there isn't going to be any plot.
Yeah, that's a good attack.
Yeah, the axes are quite useful. Although with the axes, you can't use magic, which kind of sucks. But they do open up other areas.
When in mist form, I am invulnerable to physical weapons, blade and claw. I can seep through locked doors and cracks and move swiftly like a shadow fleeing light.
This is very useful. Pretty much the only thing I know of that can hurt you in mist form is magic attacks. So we can just waltz right through here. He has a mist form in Blood Omen 2, but it's only used for stealth, which is pretty fun.
A dead treasure chest. Now, can these magic balls hurt you?
Yes. Magic attacks can hurt you.
Or at least they were supposed to.
Yeah, they're supposed to.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
But yeah, in Blood Omen 2, he has a mist form, but it's a stealth ability. It's also in Defiance, but it's a lot more limited in Defiance. It's used mostly to pass through bars. Which is a damn shame because these powers are pretty interesting and it would be nice to see them in later games used to their full potential like we see them here. And in Blood Omen 2, you can only use mist form if you find some mist or fog.
Does it let you walk across spikes then?
Yes.
Please,
Ah,
help me, kind sir.
So with all the cheats that I'm using in this LP, most of these abilities you do get in the game to some degree.
It's canon.
Please,
Yeah.
help me.
I just made Kain a little bit more OP, that's all.
Yeah, well, more playable.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah, you were playing this for us last night. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm playing this legit, but I'm not doing it as a recording. Just to, get a feel for the game, and it's honestly like, there's so many, I'm having all the other guys pair with me and commentary for it, and it's like, I wonder that if I didn't have them with me, would I be playing the game, honestly, because it's just so taxing on you mentally.
I don't think I'd be redoing this LP if you guys weren't on it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Or Thor whenever he's here.
There's a reason why I didn't do it for my channel,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
The Black Forest reigned here, its kingdom rarely invaded by those that live in the light. But it was called home by this mysterious Vorador. Legend told of a time when Vorador defeated Malek of the Seraphan. If such a man did exist, then he could perhaps be the key to defeating the Ward.
Excellent. So all this to defeat Malek. And yes, you can use mist form to walk across water as well, which we saw in that little sewer area. So it's pretty damn OP, actually. But yeah, I remember we were just trying to figure out how the hell to get you to Malek's place, because for my part, I played this back in August. It's October now, so I didn't remember. And it took forever to figure out where the hell you needed to go.
I mean, we figured it out in the end, I think.
We did.
is that the full moon symbol there for the nighttime?
Probably.
The blood of ages flows so soon.
Because I was thinking
Come, drink from us.
them doors will be open now.
Oh yeah, that's right. There are some doors that open only during the daytime or only during the nighttime.
Your strength has increased for our blood enhancers.
Excellent. Always want more strength. I wonder who the hell runs those blood fountains, like who they are, or where they come from. They never explain that.
The thing is, anytime she speaks, is totally reminding me of Uma.
I could see that. Now, I asked this question yesterday when you were streaming this, and Chris's response was a lady. I think that was his response, anyways. I was like,
As you can see, he's very perceptive.
Yes. I'm surprised he didn't say it again here.
Then you wouldn't have been able to tell your story.
Very true. Very true. But they would have been here for it then. So. Oh, and there is one part in this video where I do throw in a bit of video from my original LP. That's because this game is going to freeze up when I try to use, I believe it's the next ability we're going to get. So that's going to be annoying. I do have workarounds for that, which I'll talk about when we get there.
This spell allows me to use blood from my own body as a weapon. When struck, my enemy's blood would flow from their bodies to fill me with life. 'Tis a risk, yet the rewards are a temptation.
Okay, not this ability, but the charm ability we're going to get later on in this video. And for some reason, you have to do this to unlock doors. I'm not really sure why. Yeah, it took a while for us to figure out how the hell to get you to Malik's place because you didn't have the Bat Shrine unlocked to just fly there. Which, in fairness, you have to get there in order to unlock it. I don't know why, but this music here in some ways kind of reminds me of the Terminator theme. Just for some reason, I think of the Terminator theme when I hear this song.
Give me that doo-doo.
Yeah, that one part of it. Not the whole thing, but you're right, that one part.
I didn't realize you could suck the blood from those blobs.
Some of them are poisonous. We will see that in video 9 for sure, possibly 8, where you'll get tainted blood, I think Kain calls it. So you'll be poisoned if you suck blood from certain creatures. That doesn't really affect me too much, but in general, it's probably not something you want to do. There are antidotes you can pick up and use, which I will have to remember to show off. If you drink from those blood fountains that upgrade Kain, those will cure you of poison. But I'm not sure if it goes away over time or if you have to use an antidote in order to get rid of it. You probably take a lot of damage in the meantime, I would guess. Fuck out of here, beastie.
Oh, you got your skeleton armor, haven't you? So you
Yep.
can pretend you're a skeleton and they won't bother you.
Yep. They call him Skeletor.
Rah.
Or maybe not. I don't know.
I don't. Until we meet again.
I think I forgot I had the bone armor equipped here.
Ah.
Again, this is stuff that I recorded back in August. So I don't really remember too much. Except walking around flicking switches. It's October now.
Ooh, there's a health file down there.
Yeah, it's a damn shame that the series starts this way because I like the lore of the series and everything. But this first game, I'm not really into.
Yeah. it does make one wonder the design choices they had when they went through this. Because I remember they went off sort of pausing its release date because they wanted to wait for the PlayStation to be more refined, I think at the time. Because they had this in development for, I can't remember which console it was now. Was it the Amiga Jaguar? Sorry, Atari Jaguar.
I'm not sure.
It
be
might have been. Although that was not a very good console.
No, I know, but that's my point. Like, this game was originally meant for another console before they decided to hold off on the PlayStation version. And I'm thinking, I can't remember now when or which console it was.
I know it got a PC port.
Yes, which I'm playing.
Yep. And the loading on that version is so much nicer.
It is.
Good God. You people don't understand because I cut all the loading screens, but it's bad.
I can confirm it's bad.
Yeah. Yeah, like me, the games librarian is playing this on the PS1 version. Right, and this is the area we're going to get our next ability, and this is the one I was talking about before where the game freezes every time I try using it. I'm trying to kill these things first because we're about to get the charm ability, and I don't want these monsters attacking the person that I would charm to walk them over to flick a switch. I assume that would create problems if that charmed person dies.
And I think those monsters was causing all this slowdown as well.
Probably.
This spell allows me to enslave my enemies, giving me control of their bodies. When I release my grip, their bodies will shrivel and die as I displace their souls and replace them with my own.
Ooh. And this is where I'm going to cut in video from my original playthrough just to show me doing it because, like I said before, the game freezes up whenever I try to use it. And that's how I did it. I used to walk through Wall Street to go over there and take care of that because the game would not let me use that ability. But that's what it does. You mind control somebody and then make them go flip a switch, and then you come back to your original position. And he seems to implement a shield around himself when he does it too, so I assume nobody can attack you while you use that spell.
It makes sense. So you'd be completely vulnerable while controlling someone else.
Yeah. I was not too fond of the game freezing up for that. Fortunately, so far I found workarounds for every time that I've had to use that ability. Sometimes it's a matter of using the mist form to get across spikes. Sometimes I use the wolf form to jump gaps. So there are ways around it, but it does suck that for whatever reason that ability is not working on my copy of this game. It does work on the physical copy of this game that I own, just not for this ROM. I did not realize we had another dungeon to go through in this video.
And that also illustrates my point on why this was not the first Blood Omen game that I put on my channel, because the first one, as you can see, is horrendously optimized.
Yep. It runs better on the PC version you're playing, but yeah, it's still not fantastic.
No. And again, that game, I don't remember what version of that game was, because I know it wasn't the vanilla version that I'm running.
Right.
But that's what I mean. You've got to sort of you've got to rely on what version it is you're playing with, and whether or not, you know, certain features are still included.
Yeah. And this is fun, walking around this giant room with Kain, who's slow as fuck. That's always fun. I guess I could have put on the wolf form and moved faster, but I didn't.
Yeah, but then it's like, you want to have some sort of relative... brain's fried today. You want to have some sort of relevancy of the game as you're playing it as legitimate as possible, seeing as how, you know, if you were to turn into wolf form, it would drain your magic.
Yeah. That is something I try to do, is show how to get through the obstacles legit, even though I'm using cheats. And it's nice to use to speed this along at some point, but at the same time, I don't know, I guess it's just, it doesn't feel like Kain, because he doesn't have his wolf form in any of the other games. If that makes any sense to anybody. It may not.
Yeah.
Isn't that a pretty standard vampire ability though, to turn into like wolves or other animals?
I've heard of it with bats. I'm not sure about wolves.
Well, I know Castlevania does it
Okay.
with a wolf.
Always about Castlevania with you. God. Yeah, and then we have to unlock these in order to get something else, but you're welcome for the fast forward. Because, dear God.
Gotta go fast.
Yeah, this is brutal to just walk all of this.
For Kain, it's you gotta go at a reasonable pace.
Yeah. But we are about to get something nice.
A fire sword.
The sword ravages flesh with teeth of metal and flame, leaving only scorched remains.
It's pretty cool, but unfortunately you can't feed off of enemies if you use it, because you burn them.
Yeah, use it on the monsters.
Yeah. It's definitely nice for the monsters. I always thought that lighter patch of ground you couldn't walk on. For some reason I thought of lava or something, but you can actually walk on that.
I think it's just hair.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it's actually fine, but for whatever reason, it just looks like something you don't want to walk on.
It's for them tied up people when they go potty, you see.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if they actually care enough about those people. It is still funny to me that this land, they just have so many people tied up. They do it in other games in the series too, not to this degree, but they still exist. I assume this is supposed to be mimicking some kind of medieval fantasy thing.
Something like that.
And I just
Gothic.
Yeah. So I don't know if in the Middle Ages, if they actually had people chained up everywhere or not. I would assume not. But
Yeah, the Dark Ages, maybe.
yeah. Obviously, in reality, it's a gameplay mechanic. You need to drink blood, so they have to provide people to drink that blood from.
Yeah.
We won't see people chained up in the next two games.
Strange that Vorador would choose a dwelling so perilous to him. The swamp could only offer a vampire hazard and pain.
This part of Nosgard might be the S&M section of the world.
Maybe.
Just like tying up people and doing stuff to them.
By the way, if for anyone who doesn't know what Chris is talking about, he just said he was just referring to sugar and marmalade.
Right.
Indeed.
For all you snowflakes out there,
Right.
you know, you can't control your kids on what they watch.
I would hope none of them watch my channel because of the things I talk about on these videos.
Vorador's keep was hidden deep within the turbulent forest, nestled among vines and creepers that clung desperately to its dark, weathered stone.
All right, and this is Vorador's place. This is a place we will be exploring next video. So I'm trying to find, there it is, the save point. Save that game, and thanks for watching, and we will see y'all next time with more Blood Omen.